earlier, or even if you are moving at the, your standard rotation time, just being a little bit more aware that there's going to be quite a congestion of teams rotating around you. And even for Delta Mix and Mad Dog, they need to be very careful because they can quite easily run into one another. I mean, surely you've seen these teams on the drops. You see the parachutes. They're aware that Nan is here by the looks of things. Teddy throwing a bit of util in, and Delta Mix is having a look, but Mad Dog's hanging around.
Oh, I mean, Nan gets one, but yeah, I'll make it finished off though by Mad Dog here, and Delta Mix needs to get behind that tree as soon as possible. Does so. Good tag as well from Teddy. And actually, Trick comes to save the day with the truck as well. Throw out the smoke, and I think that they're going to get away with this by getting that kill onto Nan and getting the revive onto Delta Mix, who is now firmly safe behind the tree, behind the truck, inside of the smoke. Mad Dog with the SKS is not going to get that kill. At most, he can just be a little bit annoying. They should be able to confirm this. They do have to be a little bit more precarious and take him into the building just to be well and truly sure of the fact. But from the future, who are last at the moment after Icarus had their monster game in the previous game, Jordan, 11 kills, 4th place for Icarus, does mean FTF are last. They're only 6 points behind the Orangutans and 10 points behind Icarus themselves. It's very, very close towards the bottom. If FTF go and have a big game here, they can jump up a couple of places as well. And Shen, of course, running around now. He had this kill on Simon last time.
3 players to deal with pretty much in his near vicinity isn't going to make his job very easy at all.
Somewhat summarizes really the event for Archangel Predator as well. Obviously looking to qualify for PGC, one of just a couple of teams that played in both PCS6 and PCS7, but just not putting themselves in a position to qualify. Good knockdown from Mad Dog, at least onto Tede. Throws that nade way too far. Trick trying to push up, has a Molotov in hand. And the kill feed, Diane actually with a knock onto Insight, and will get the kill. So that actually happening, Jordan, over in Impala. So a little bit of an odd position to generally see Team Bliss in. And we'll keep on more on that later, but as Mad Dog, I think, is going to go down shortly here, because CJ not even close, not going to be able to help out. FTF have the numbers, they got the manpower to finish off Mad Dog, who finally pushes out, and he goes straight back in. But man, to finish the chop, never mind, good spray from Mad Dog. He's played this really well, really well.
Yep, when we're in primary school here in Australia, they tell us to look left when we're crossing the road, then look right, then look left again, and then cross. And unfortunately, does not seem to have gone into Monty's skull, and this time, just some bullets land there instead. Not a good start to the game for Team Bliss. It's much, much harder to get it done with, 1 or 2 players rather than the 4. And that is a really scary prospect as well, considering the fact that it's NGE picking up the points, and that's the team that's kind of knocking on the door. They're going to chase Brim down as well. This is the second time in as many nights that Team Bliss have just been chased in a vehicle. And Mirage, he is done. It's 16th place for Team Bliss. Woo! A horrible result for their chances at PGC.
To Skeet, SGD have retaken the 4th place position. Hello, Teddy. He spots a couple of sharks in front of him. Oh, no! He had him lined up.
Not happy with that.
You can see the frustration from Teddy in the shots. It doesn't pay off for him, and now they turn around, but here comes SGD. It's almost like a 3-way battle now, though. Sophia and Jervis both knocked. It's only Shen. It's fallen apart, though, for MSC. Teddy got sweet revenge. When the camera wasn't watching Jordan, he got 2 kills.
Well, they're hearing all of these shots, Cerberus, and they are most certainly having a look. They have not elected to push over just yet. Jervis getting picked up. That Molotov's not going to go deep enough to cause a problem, but I think Sophia is done and actually goes down to the zone. So Duck might just misses out on that kill. Not ideal for Cerberus. Could have been an extra point on the board. But they've increased the gap from 4 to 5 this game so far. And they really want to clear out this side of the zone. They know that there's going to be a lot of fighting happening over here. And if they can get some more kill points and help themselves by clearing the zone out, maybe they can set themselves up for later on down the track. Where, though, does the circle shift back up to the north? Origami Orangutans, they look like a big benefactor of that.
Oh, they might just push up, and look how aggressive they are. Day Trade surely win this. They do. Pulling chills, and then it's Norins. What an aggressive play from Cerberus, and it backfires. What are they doing?
Well, they're in a rock and a hard place, though, Xenox. There's not really too many options for them. If you look at the way that the circle is shaped up, Cerberus, they had to do something, and they've chosen wrong this time. They've gone straight into Day Trade. They are probably, I'm going to say probably, going to be knocked out of first place. They're not quite yet, but it's 3 points the deficit. Day Trade still have 4 alive. They've got a few teams rotating in their direction, but you'd back Daytrade to pick up another 3 points in this game.
Questionable plays from Cerberus. There was more that they could do than that. I think they just went for the ego play, tried to just push on Daytrade. Daytrade maybe could have been caught napping, but they weren't. They were well and truly prepared. They switched on. 2 kills, 2 free kills, and maybe more to come. And as I said, yeah, they're not in that top spot at the moment, but they got 4 players alive. They've got a good spot in the circle. Surely can win a couple more fights and get into the placement points. And I think that might be the streak of Cerberus in the top spot coming to an end. From match 1 to match 27, Daytrade surely will be getting into that #1 position.
Well, we'll hold our breath for the moment. It hasn't been confirmed just yet. Flash is looking to find another kill. Nurans too. Daytrade are certainly not shying away from any fights, and it's reminiscent of their games yesterday. They're a team that's really high on confidence at the moment. They've been having a very good week, better than anyone else. Nurans and Belmoth might actually get caught off guard here.
Oh my God, no way.
Has stepped up, and can he throw a bit of a lifeline to Cerberus, who've fallen off the boat?
What is going on, Jordan? I'm losing the plot here.
Maybe Icarus can shut Daytrade off right after. And it's going to be sink or swim for both those two teams. And in this case, maybe it's going to be sink for both Daytrade and Cerberus. Poochels, he misses a big spray.
Position
and Icarus keep themselves alive.
They know where he is now, though, of course. Icarus continue to push out. NGE, big knock on to FP. Poochels uses his teammate for a bit of cover, and Belmoth does get eliminated.
There it is.
There goes Icarus. More kills for Daytrade, but they might not be staying alive for much longer. 3 kills, it's only Flash. They're 1 point behind the top spot, Jordan.
246 points. If they get knocked out right here, they will not claim first place, not just yet.
Oh.
They have slowly but surely been closing the gap, but Flash is hanging on for dear life. PMA have come in for a bit of a wrap. GE is also having a look. How on earth is Flash still alive? I don't know. But NGE and PMA have found one another, and the nade over the top is so good. Here's Flash, watching, waiting for that one big crucial kill, but he doesn't fire.
Should very much reiterate for anyone watching that's just tuned in, no, this is not the final game. And there is that point. Do they have the tiebreaker? I don't see the leaderboard moving, so my first assumption will be no to said tiebreaker, but Flash does get that extra kill. They are on 247 points. Since match 1 to match 27, Cerberus have been in the #1 spot. And there's still a chance that it may continue if Flash dies before getting to the placement points. He's very, very close. He also could just get a kill or two, and that will do it. And if PMA run into his sightlines, they're already in his sightlines. He steals it. There it is. The streak is over. It comes to an end. Cerberus are in second place. Daytrade take top spot with 3 games to go. He may not survive much longer. Don't go to a replay. He's fighting another couple of players, Van, at the rock. He gets him low. He gets the kill. Forget the replay, guys. What's going on?
Well, Daytrade is out, that's what I can tell you, but Flash has done enough to get them into first place. 3 critical kills as a solo, and Cerberus now have a job to do. It's the first time since game 1, when we were on 0 points, basically, that they haven't been in first place. They have been holding the lead for the entirety of PCS7, but Daytrade have come up with the goods this week and today. And now we turn our attention toward Buriram, the Expendables, NGE. Those are the important teams. If Buriram could overtake Teraton 5, then the sky's the limit for them, and that pretty much starts to lock them in with a spot at PGC. But NGE and the Expendables as well, you have to think about the more points they can put on the board right now, separates them from Team Bliss, starts to secure a spot at PGC for the likes of the Expendables. Yuta goes down at the hands of 777. That'll be another kill in the back pocket. Edie from Buriram is working through against From the Future as well.
Well, I think it has actually put Bliss back into that PGC slot, by the way. We'll touch on that at the break once we get through this game. Buriram, of course, going to have a lot more to say about it. Same with Teraton 5. Look at that circle shift. Here come the orangutans. They've been kind of sliding down very slowly the leaderboard, Jordan, but this might be the game for them to sort of rise back up. And we might be in a position where we could actually have all 16 teams in the triple digits with a couple of games to go. It doesn't always happen. There goes Genius Esports, wiped out by and large by the Expendables. And this is pretty big for them as well, because with NGE's sudden rise, suddenly Team Bliss have gone back out of that position, and I think the Expendables are now in that position. So NGE throwing a massive spanner in the works here on the final day. Van gets the kill onto Tede. They are cleaning house, 11 kills. It all started with their wiping of Team Bliss, and they've carried on. What a big moment here for Team Bliss. Fans, look away. The gap is now 12 points.
Yeah, what a mess this has been. They're at on 5. They're still kind of clinging on for dear life. Miramar hasn't been kind to them, but it's looking a little bit better in this one. Buriram wrapping through the southern side of the map. They want to take that fight to NGE. Here is Teraton 5 making a rotate of their own up north. Popping a few shots from Origami Orangutans, who continue to hole up inside of the compound. I think Teraton 5 might have gone a step too far. Rossiter Jr., he's taken out on that rotate. They didn't make it to the defilade that they wanted. Well, not as 3. And that's going to hamper their chances of winning this round. They've got 2 still alive, and they're still able to get some points off the back of that. Buriram's going to have to start thinking about pushing their way up the hill into the zone.
Yeah, and it's a
This cross is not good timing. If they peek around this hut, that's a great angle for NGE.
Really bad position here for Buriram in a sense, but they do have the numbers, and if they do push into this fight, I think it helps them out as long as they don't sit still. And I think they're actually now going to end up winning this fight because they're pushing closer towards the hut. They're pushing back 3 members of NGE, so Buriram playing this very, very well. 6 kills at the moment. If you wipe them out, they can go to 9 kills, and it pushes them closer to T5. 777 with a big nade onto Pubg. X-Grizet's close by. Smokes are out, slowly dissipating, but look at Duckchoose leading from the front here for the Expendables. They just want more and more. There was that wipe there for Buriram, largely thanks to Nordra and Edie getting the 3 kills onto NGE, and it looks like that revive's not going to come through. Pubg gets left alone by X-Grizet. Understanding he's under a lot of pressure here. He has to go big. He got one. One's not going to be enough. They'll get to revive the Expendables. It's further nightmare scenario for Team Bliss. They're 2 competitors, 7 kills, 11 kills, and into the top 4, Jordan. It couldn't be worse for the team in pink.
Looking much better for Origami Orangutans. I mean, the Expendables are now in an awful spot. They're the meat in the sandwich, but the zone pushing at the backs of Buriram is going to be a problem for them as well. This is perfect for Origami Orangutans. Rain's getting damaged down. Duckjuice has got himself a knock onto Cheeksing. And in all this, meanwhile, the Expendables are receiving shots in the backside from Origami Orangutans, who are lurking, looking for more points. Akita now starting to put some of that pressure back onto Buriram. It's all fair in love and war. And Origami Orangutans, they're spreading that love all around.
Oh, big damage onto Edie that he didn't need to take. He just got caught in the blue for a split second. Nordra low. Levi's up close. Headshot. Double down here as well from 777. Buriram just getting lit to pieces. Akita just trying to steal a couple where he can. The arm from Rip lands onto Levi's. There's a chance that the Orangutans might find another victory here, Jordan. I think it might just happen for them. 777, Duckchoose. The duo now left for the Expendables, but it's job done from them anyway. The down, courtesy of Kang. They will finish this off with a big win.
He's going into the zone.
He's just going to deny points.
Why are you denying points from Origami Orangutans of all teams? I don't know, but
who cares?
Look, there it is.
The Orangutans take the win. They take their 2nd win here for PCS7 Apac. Won last week, won this week. And as I've been saying all broadcast long, Jordan, these teams at the bottom, they influence games so massively. And it's not just the Orangutans. What a game from the Expendables. What a game from NGE.